Karen dropped everything to sort of move heaven and earth outside the coaching agreement, not only her, but everybody in her universe, to make sure that stuff was taken care of. That is very unusual. In terms of my own personal journey, in the realm of being an entrepreneur and a CEO and someone who's got to look after an ever-increasing number of people across, a handful of different businesses, there was an entirely different dimension on a personal level where she went above and beyond. My name's Mike Wyrzykowski, based in Vancouver, Canada, CEO of Black Pearl Incorporated. Life at the time that I met Karen was coming at me a million miles an hour, running a handful of businesses with people sort of scattered throughout the planet. And it was hard to make sense of where to go to next and what to do. I had known of Karen through different circles and different people I'd met over the years, or authors of books. So when I reached out to Karen, there was a definite need to step into the world of coaching. People come into your lives at certain degrees of credibility. In Karen's case, it's the group that she travels with. And so Karen came in with a tremendous amount of credibility in my world before even knowing her. It came down to an email exchange with Karen, where I was able to detail in terms of where I was at in my life and what I was looking for. She responded in a way that sort of spoke to the issues. There wasn't any sugarcoating, and I was redlining in multiple areas of my life. But at the same time, there was a practical step, and it involved getting together and breaking it all down. She's got this unbelievable sort of sixth sense of being able to identify X, the problem. Karen's really good at identifying that. And on the flip side of it, it's very pragmatic, because then there's the work that needs to be done, developing the plan. And the Accelerator is that mix of very high level and out there in the world. At the end of an Accelerator, you're very energized. You've turned your life inside out and analyzed it, broken it down, and you leave with an action plan. Since working with Karen, I've been able to build out my team and to operate in a world where I can function a lot more strategically. That was one of the biggest things that kind of came in. The other thing I think that's really key, and I think anybody that's worked with Karen, and I've met a couple of the people that have worked with Karen, is the development of your own intuition and really tuning into yourself rather than relying on your logic or going to check in with other people, but the slowing down to speed up and really setting up the conditions where you're really in tune with yourself. So you're making better quality decisions, thinking more strategically on your own, and doing so without all the stress and the nonsense. That's really the transformative part of it. So there's the stuff that you see above the waterline, but then there's the real gold below the waterline. That's for the individual that you get to walk away with. And Karen, that's the real benefit of working with Karen, because that's the stuff that you keep forever. Karen is the type of coaching, it's not fluffy coaching. If you're coming in and you're looking for somebody who's going to manage your to-do list for you or whatever, it's a pretty intense process. It's enjoyable and it's fulfilling, and it's not always easy. So Karen level coaching is usually when you've reached into your bag of tricks and there's not much left and you need to grow, then Karen's definitely the place to go. If you're serious about sort of leaving the old you behind and stepping it up several notches, and you're not quite sure how to make that happen, then Karen's one of a handful of folks out there in the world that can get you there.